Okay. So, what is meant by object oriented programming? What is meant by object oriented programming? What is meant by object oriented programming? In object oriented programming, everything can be treated in a form of objects. If you treat anything in a form of objects, then we can call it as an object oriented programming. Okay. So is Java is a purely object oriented programming or a partially object oriented programming? Any guess?
Purely object oriented programming.
No, Java is not purely object oriented programming. JavaScript is purely object oriented programming. Why Java is not purely object oriented? Because Java supports primitive data types. What is meant by primitive data types? The data types what we have defined int a equal to 10, float, okay, byte. So these are all primitive data types. So if you store the any value by using the primitive data types, then those are not objects. Objects are nothing but anything in a form of objects. Only if you store anything in a form of objects, then only we can call it as object oriented programming. But Java is not purely object oriented. It is partially object oriented. Why? Because Java supports primitive data types. Okay. So in a but what are all the concepts in object oriented programming? The main concepts of object oriented programming are classes and objects. Okay. Number 2 is called as encapsulation. Okay. Number 3, abstraction. Number 4, polymorphism. Okay. Number 5, inheritance. So these are called as object oriented concepts. So in from today onwards in our daily classes, we will consider these things. Based on these object oriented programming concepts, we are going to create the programs and we will run it. So it can be any order. First I can explain polymorphism, then inheritance, then I can explain encapsulation and abstraction. It can be any order. But while I am telling, I will define you. So this is the concept of that one, like that. Okay. So today we are discussing about the methods. Methods. What is meant by method? In English, tell me what is meant by method.
Step by step.
Step by step process. Good. Then what is meant by function?
Any definition or
Any like in a normal way, what we call a function in our daily life. Function means what?
any particular thing.
Thing like any particular celebration, we can call it as a
Yeah.
function, right? So in C language, whatever the things we are calling in C language, we can call it as a functions. Same in Java, we can call it as a methods. So whatever the things we are calling it as functions, we can call it as a methods in Java. Okay. So what is meant by a function actually? A function is nothing but some celebrations in our real time. Okay. In function, what we will do, for example, any one of your friend is having some marriage, okay, in friend's sister's marriage or brother's marriage. So for example, in your house only some function is there. So if you do all the work by yourself, what will happen? You will get hectic and you cannot complete the work on time because everything you are doing. But if you split the work into individual persons, for example, catering to one person, decoration to one person, calling the guests one person, and maintenance one person, if you divide the work to so many people, then what will happen? You can complete the work on time, and it could be like it will finish properly, right? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So same concept we are having in the C also, and Java also, and C++ plus plus also. In C and C++, plus plus we can call it as a function, but in Java the same concept we are calling as a methods. Then you will get a doubt how to relate the real time example to this one. Like in function we are how we are splitting the work to different persons, like that in programming also, instead of writing the entire logic into one container, we are dividing the logic into small modules. Okay, so here we are writing everything. See, if you write all the program, if you write into one container, and writing a same program, if you divide the logic into individual parts. Okay, if you divide the logic into individual parts like this, so which is understandable? This is understandable or this is understandable?
The second one is understandable.
Second one is understandable. Why? Because here everything is in one logic. Thousand lines of logic here you have to understand. But the same thousand lines are divided into small modules. So which can be easy understand. So these modules are called as methods. Nothing but functions in C++. So these are called as methods. These are called as methods. Okay, so this is called as a method. Clear up to now? You guys are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then how to write a method? How to write a method? So the method can be written like this. The syntax of writing a method is like data type, nothing but return type. Okay, return type, and then function name on, so sorry, method name, and then here this is the starting of the parenthesis, then we can close that method and write the set of statements. So this is the syntax of a method. This is the syntax of a method. So if we want to write an example of it, then what to write? We can write here, as of now assume that we are having a written type as void only. Okay, void, and then what is a method name? For example, my method name is m1. Okay, write the m1, and then write the set of statements. So that's it. So this is called as a method. This is called as a method. Okay. So inside the method, we are writing the logics. Okay. So in Java, if you want to call the method, then we have to create an object. We have to create an object. So what is the syntax of creating an object? If you want to create an object, then the syntax name is class name space object name equal to new class name. So this is the syntax of a class. This is the syntax of a object creation. For example, our class name is demo. Okay, demo, object name equal to new demo. So this is the way, in this way we can create the objects. Okay, so with the help of an object only we are going to call our methods. Object.m1. So this is the way to create a method, and if you want to call your method, we have to create the objects in this format, and with the help of an object we are going to call the method. Clear, everybody? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the methods are again divided into two types. Here the methods are divided into, here the okay, so here the methods are divided into two different types. Okay, so those are, the methods are divided into two types. Okay, so those are, Those are method with written type. Okay. Next, method without written type. Okay. I will write like this. Method with written type. Okay. Method without written type. Next, method with parameter, and then method without parameter. So the methods are divided into four types. Okay. So those are method with written type, method without written type, method with parameter, and method without parameter. So in this four way the methods are derived. Again, these methods are again divided into two more ways. These methods are again divided into two more ways. Okay. So those are called as see here I will write. These methods are divided into two ways. Those are called as static methods and
Then
instance methods. Okay. So these static methods and instance methods are again divided into four types. Those are called as method with written type, method without written type, method with parameter, method without parameter. See, these four can be applicable to these two types. So we can write method with written type, method without written type, method with parameter, method without parameter to static methods, and also the instance methods also we can apply these things. Okay. So for the time being, today we are going to discuss about a method without parameter and method without written type. The second one and fourth one I am going to discuss today. Then after that we will discuss about the first and third. Meanwhile, after discussing these methods, we will discuss about what is static methods and what is instance methods. Okay. So here what I told, we are having a method. So method without written type means what? So today we are going to discuss about method without written type, right? So first one is method without written type. Okay. So what is method without written type? Giving void, giving void as a written type is called as method without written type. Okay. What is the syntax of the method written type? Method name, okay, and then writing the brackets. This is starting of the method and this is the ending of the method. So in the written type if you give void and then method name as m1, then this is called as method without written type. See, if you give instead of void, if you give int m1, then what the m1 is returning? It is returning an integer value. If you give string here, then what the method m1 is returning? The method m1 is returning string as a value. If you give double, then what the m1 method is returning? The m1 method is returning a double value. If you give void, then what's the meaning of it? The method is not returning anything. Void, the meaning of void is nothing. Nothing the method is returning. That is the meaning of void. Clear everybody? Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So and if what is this brackets? This brackets is nothing but if you want to pass any parameters, then we can use this brackets. So if I am not passing any parameters here, if I am not passing any parameters, then this is called as method without parameter. Then this is called as method without parameter, the fourth one. Okay, the fourth one. The first, the second one and the fourth one, the same example. If you are not passing any, if you are not passing any parameters here, then it is called as method without parameter. Method without parameters. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we will see some examples, then you can understand easily. Okay, so I am taken my class name as method without parameter. So I am just writing void, and then I am not returning and I am not passing any parameters. M1, that's it. Okay, so here what I am doing, I am initializing two variables, or else I am taking one method, one meaningful method. Okay, add. I am taking add. Okay, here I am using a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. Okay, and then I'm just writing addition system.out dot println of addition. Okay, plus a plus b we have taken. Okay, then I have taken one more method. We can write multiple methods. Okay, I am taking mul multiplication. Okay, so here I have taken the two variables, and I am okay, here I am doing multiplication a into b. Okay, like that I have taken two methods. So what type of methods these are? What type of method it is? A method with no return type and no parameter. So this is also called as a method with no return type and no parameter. So if I want to call these methods, what I told, if I want to call my methods, what do we need?
Void.
No, void is nothing.
Object.
Yes, good, very good. So we need an object. If we want to call our methods, then we need an object. Okay. So how to create an object?
Class name.
Good. So by using the class name. What is our class name? This one. Okay. Class name space object name equal to new. By using the new operator, we can create an object to it. Okay. Now with respect to the object, I am calling my methods. What is my method? Add. Okay. Then what is one more method?
Mon-
Multiplication. Okay, so in this way you are going to create your methods, and this is the way in order to call the methods. Okay, so shall we run this program?
Yes, ma'am.
See the output. So here also addition I have written. Okay, see, addition 30, multiplication 200. Who called these two methods? Who called these two methods? Who called these addition and multiplication methods?
main.
From the
Main
main
method.
method, we have created an object. With respect to the object, we are calling the methods during runtime. Okay, see here, whenever we are calling our methods, what is happening? First, the execution of a program begins from where? Always the execution of a program begins from
Main method.
main method. So first the controller entered into the 19th line. So in the 19th line, what is the next line? We have created an object. Okay. So from that, the 22nd line we are calling object dot add. So what the controller will do? It will check whether the add method name of add is there or not. It will check in the entire program. It found here. So what the controller will do? It will directly go to the add method, and then it will enter into the add method, and it will execute the business logic whatever we have written. And whenever it see the end flower bracket, it will return to the same place wherever it was called. Where it called? In the 22nd line it called. It go there and it finish its work and then it will return back from wherever it was called. Then what is the next line? What is the next one we are calling object dot mul? Okay, multiplication. So again the controller will check where is mul method. It found here. So the controller will go here and it will execute the business logic here whatever we have written, and whenever it see the end flower bracket it will return back to the same method wherever it was called. Clear how the execution flow is working? We want the proof. See, in between 22nd and 23rd line I will write one more statement. System.out.println hello I will write. See, it will print after addition. So this is the proof that addition controller is coming back to the main method. Okay, see, execute it. See, after addition, it was going to add method and it was doing addition. Then it is coming back to the add method. Then it was printing what is the next line. Then again it was executing the mul method. Clear? Ah? Everybody, how the execution flow is going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, right? Everybody clear? Very, very important methods. Every day you will write methods in a real time. Okay. Then once it was done, so this is about a method. What is this example? What does this example tells you? This is an example of method without parameter and method without return type. Void is nothing but nothing I am returning. Okay. So what are the other two types? Method with parameter and method with return type. Okay, so how we have to write method with parameter? So whenever we write method with parameter, you have to pass the parameters here in these brackets. If you pass the parameters, then that is called as method with parameter. Method with parameter. So if you are returning anything, then how to write? I said like this, double. Okay, then here if you write a return statement, return, if you write this statement, then it is returning something. Okay, so whenever you have instead of void, if you take any data type here, then you should return that value compulsory. If you take void means, then it is we are not going to return anything. But instead of void, if you take any data type as a return type of that method, then compulsory you have to return some value. What type of value? Whatever the return type you have specified to your method, that type of value you have to return. That type of value you have to return. Clear, everybody? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we see a program? See, now we will take one more class. Method with parameters. Okay, so here I am writing some methods. Okay, void, same method, add. I was returning, I was taking. Okay, then here I am writing the same logic here. Whatever the logic I have written, the same. And I am taking one more method, void int subtraction. I am taking int subtraction, and here I am passing a int a comma int b as a parameters. Okay, let me take void for these as well. You will get confused. Okay, so and then here what I am writing a sys out the subtraction a plus a minus b I am writing. Okay, Then I will take one method with written type. Method with written type. What is that one? Int multiplication. And here I am writing int a comma int b. Okay. So what I am doing, if you did not use void and if you use any of the integer, then definitely you should use return statement. Return a plus multiplication, right? A into b. Should write like
Madam,
this.
in subscription, sorry, subtraction, you are giving A is 10 and B is 20, so it is not possible, right? A minus B.
These parameters we will pass while calling this method. Wait, I will tell you. I will tell you.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
Then I'm taking one more method called as mm, four type of methods we covered. Method without return type. Okay. Method with parameters. Method with return type. Method without return type. Method with return type. Yes. Method without return type. Yes. Method with parameters. Yes. Method without parameters. Yes. We covered all the four. See, this is method with no return type. Okay, and no parameters. This is method with no written type but parameters are there. This is method with written type and parameters are there. So which method we will write? One more method we will write double div. Division we will take. Here I will take int a comma int b comma int c. I will take like this. Okay, so here what I will do, I will take like a sum equal to a plus b divided by c. I will do like this. Okay, int sum. Everybody following? Okay, now I was just returning some value. Just returning some value. Clear? Everybody following?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now I am having four methods. What are those? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if I want to call these methods, what should I create? I should create a
Object.
object. I should create an object. How to create an object? By using the class name. Class name object equal to new class name. Like this we have to create. Okay. So with respect to the object, I am calling my methods. Object dot add. First method. Okay. Next object dot mul subtraction. Object dot subtraction. See here. See, for subtraction, how many variables are there? Two variables are there. One is int a, one is int b. We did not define in the body of the method. Did I define here the variables a and b like how here I defined? No, right?
No, ma'am.
Yes. So what we have to do while calling the method, we have to send the variables. So here I am using 60 comma 30. I am passing some variables. Clear? Clear? Somebody
Yes, ma'am.
asked the doubt, right? Now you can clear, right? Okay. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is the another one? Multiplication. OB dot mul. So, mul is also having two parameters. So, I am passing 8 comma 5. 8 comma 5. Okay, I am passing 8 comma 5. Okay, now another one is what? Object dot division. Div. Okay, object dot division. So here three parameters are there. So what I have to do? 50 comma 30 comma 2. Just I am passing. Okay, like this I am passing. Okay, now I will save the program and then I will run the program. Hey, why guys? Now it is 6 o'clock. Why you are joining very late? Hmm? You should join. Okay, I am giving a grace period 5 minutes. But joining at 6 o'clock, you can't understand, right? Okay. So anyway, so I'm saving my program and then I'm running it. See the output. Hmm. What is the addition? So already 10 or 20 is there. So 10 plus 20, 30. Okay, it printed. Then what is the subtraction? 60 comma 30 we have passed. So 60 is substituted in the field A and 30 is substituted in the field B. Then A minus B, 60 minus 30 is 30. It will print subtraction 30. Then we are also calling multiplication and division. Then where is the values? Where is the values of multiplication and division? Why it does not print the multiplication and division?
Because it is returning now,
Not
ma'am.
give
But
why.
only
Sorry.
because of the return, you are only given return for multiplication and sum.
Okay, so I returned. Then what I have to do then?
Remove return.
Okay, remove. Then if you remove return, then compiler will not allow. If you are giving instead of void, if you give any data type, then you should use return statement. That's it. That is the rule. If I remove return, what to? Then it will scold us. See, syntax error. Token star invalid assignment operator. It was scolding me. What to do now? Before example, I told you one important point. If you catch that point, you will answer this question. I have also shown the proof.
Giving void as a return.
No. See, here I told you how the compiler is going and executing and how it is coming back, and I shown the proof also. So if you understand here the before program, you
We are calling
definitely
method.
will tell the answer here. Tell. If you tell wrong answer, no problem. Tell wrong answers only. Tell why it is not printing. Come on. Come on, you should answer. Think fast. Hmm? Someone is telling.
Need to call them. Call them.
We already called, right? See, in the 28th line and 29th line, I am calling those two methods. I am calling those two methods. Then why? I am not getting the output. Why I am not getting the output? In the method, in the previous program, what I told you, whenever we call ob.add, what happened?
It will move to that particular class.
It will go to that particular add method. It will execute. Then how? Where it will come?
Mm. Come back to
Come back to wherever it was called. Then what it will do? It will come to the next line. In
next
the
level.
next line,
Yes.
if you are printing anything, it will print. Or else, if you are calling any another method, it will go to that
It will,
method and it will execute and then come back. Okay. So
yes.
in these methods, we have written system.out.println. So it was printing the exact output in the same method, and then it will come to the end point and coming back.
Yes.
But coming to this program, we have used
We are
the
not
return
giving.
statements.
We need to
Yes.
give the
Yes.
print.
We are not
Yes,
providing any system that out that printer.
good. Okay. So here we are not writing the system.out.println. Why we should write? We should not write system.out.println in these two methods because these methods are method with return types. What is the meaning of return? If you go return gift means what? If you go to a birthday party, you will give some gift. They will also give some gift to you. Return gifts. What does it mean? Take this gift and go to your home like that. So here also you are calling this method MUL method. It was executing, and then what it was doing? It is returning that output. It was returning the output. So where we have to catch the output? Here.
Written about
Here. No, in the line number 28, you have
20.
to catch
Correct.
what I told. after execution, whenever it see the end flower bracket, it will come back. So here we are using the return statement. Returning means it was returning the output to 28th line, because in the 28th line only you have called. So write the system.out.println here. System.out.println. Okay, println. In this method, you call this method multiplication. System.out.println. Correct only, right? Oh, okay, okay. Object is not there. Object. Okay, now write here. Okay, write in the system.out.println and call the method directly here. Okay, now see, you got it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Getting
Yes.
clear? See, what about division? For division also, we should write like this
System.
only. Okay, see, we can also write like this. For example, this is double, right? You should create double, one variable like this. You create and then call the method. Whenever it go to that method, it will execute and then it will return the value. So that value is stored in this result value, so that we can simply print the result value in the system.out.println. No, sum result. See, why 0.0? 50 divided by 50 plus 30, how much? 80 divided by 2, how much? 240s
40.
are
40.
240s are 80. So percentile always takes the remainder. Okay, if
Remainder.
you do forward slash, you will get 4. See, 40 will get. See, 40.0. Since it is a double value, we are getting 40.0. So we can call the return method directly like this, or else we can call the return method direct in this format also. But call the
Madam,
method directly like this, because why to again create one more field? Waste of memory. Okay, clear everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear, right? The methods, how to create the methods, how to execute the methods.
Madam, before we are passing written before we are passing system dot output dot println at what happened, madam?
Okay, here.
Yes,
Return, delete this token. So if you are using return, then it should be alone. You should not give any like before it one. You should not write anything.
okay.
How to tell you, return is like a only single statement. After return you can write any expression a into b or 0 1 2, or you can pass strings also in double quotes hello like that. But before return you should not write any statement, and you cannot pass that return object in any one of the system, like in any one of the methods. See, system.out.println is also a method. You should not
Yes,
pass like that. You have to write as a single statement. Clear? Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Everybody understood about method with parameters, method without parameters? Everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have discussed methods, different types of methods, methods with return type, methods without return type, like that. And in the same program, I am going to explain about the types of variables. Types of variables. Types of variables. Well, how many types of variables we are having as of now?
Um,
Please
and
only um, assume that only two types of variables. Okay, this is local variable and global variable. What is meant by local variable? What is meant by local variable? The variable, okay, first don't touch local variable. First think about global variable. What is meant by global variable? What is meant by global variable? What is the meaning of global?
Around the globe, every accepted in the world.
Accepted everywhere. Very good. Excellent. Accepted everywhere. See, global means we can accept anywhere. What is now? Tell me what is meant by local?
Inside a particular place, it's accepted.
Only local. See, I am a local guy. Okay, means what? See, I am in Hyderabad. So I am local to Hyderabad. If I come to Bangalore, I am a non-local. Right. So same here. We are having two types of variables. Those are local variables and global variables. What is meant by global variable means, for example, if you have a class, okay, demo. So in this class, if I define two variables within the, if I define a variable within the class, then inside the class, if I define, then this variable is called as a global variable because I have defined method inside the class. I have
AWS.
defined inside the class. For example, I am having a method void m1. So inside the method I have defined a variable int b. So what is this variable? This is called as local variable. This is called as local variable. Okay. So I am having one more method void m2. Okay, so if I want to use b in m2, it is not possible. Why? B is a local variable, so the life period of this b is only within the m1 method, only from the starting flower bracket of m1 to the ending flower bracket of m1. That's it. We cannot use b outside the m1 method. It is the life period of that b is only within the m1. Outside the m1 it will die. If I want to use the a, then we can use anywhere. Inside the m1 you can use, inside the m2 also you can use, because this a is a global variable. The a is a global variable, we can use anywhere. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So what is the, how you can define it is a globe, how by looking how you can define it is a global variable and it is a local variable? If you define any variable inside a class, if you define any variables inside a class, see, look at here, in this in the here I have defined. So what is this type of variables? These are global variables. These are global variables. These are global variables. We can define anywhere. But if you define any variables, if you define any variables like this, for example, int a comma b is there. Okay, I have defined int c here. Okay, so what I am doing, a minus b minus c I am writing. A minus b minus c I am writing. C equal to 69 I am giving. What, what happened? Okay, here I am writing. So now tell me, see, did, for example, here C is there, int C equal to 69. This C I want to use in the multiplication. A into B into C I want to define. Now see, it was scolding. What it was scolding? Read the error. C cannot be resolved to a variable. Why? C is a C
Local
is a
variable.
local variable. The life period of this C is only within the subtraction method. Outside this method, we cannot use. For example, I have defined here one variable int D equal to 84 I have defined. Okay, now I was using here a into b into d. I am using, see, in the multiplication I am using d. Did d is a parameter of mul method? Did D is a parameter of
No,
this
no, no.
method? No. But still I am using, I am not getting any error. Why? Since D is a local variable. Since D is a
Global,
global
global variable.
variable. So we can use this variable anywhere. We can use this variable anywhere. Clear?
Ma'am, can you run it, ma'am? Because D, it's not is equal to, it's minus 84 or something.
Sorry?
In sixth line, so
Hmm.
D is equal to 84.
Yes.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
See, D equal to 84 only. See, we got the output.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so clear everybody about the local variables and the global variables and the
Yes, ma'am.
method with parameters, method without parameters, methods with return type, method without return type, everybody, and how to write how to catch the output whenever we are using the return statement. Everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you were saying if you define a variable in a class is called global variable.
Yes.
So, so is there any definition for the local variable as well?
Yeah, if you define any variable inside a method, then that is called as a local variable. Or else
Inside a
inside a
method.
block, we can also call this as a block. Methods are also called as blocks. Block, what is meant by block? One small block means one container, one small container. From 12th to 17th line, this is one block. This is starting of that block and this is ending of that block.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we can call it as a local variable. Okay, so in the tomorrow's class, we will discuss about static variables and instance variables, static methods and instance methods. Very, 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 very important class. Don't miss. Okay, and please join on the time. 5 minutes is the grace period. After that, you have to join. Okay, I will start the class.
Okay, ma'am.